Truck drivers today are finding it harder and harder to find places to park at a decent hour. So, today I want to talk about that all-elusive truck parking and where you should and where you shouldn't park that truck. So, let's talk about it. Hey you guys, and welcome back to another episode with Trainer Allen, your OTR truck driving instructor. My last video we talked about truck stops. Well, this video I want to talk about truck parking, and yes, they're different. You might not always want to park at a truck stop. Depending on what your requirements are on your load time, whatever, you may want to park somewhere else, whether it be because it's closer to your customer or whatever. So here are some truck parking considerations. But first, let me just recap on my 7 truck stop considerations, and I'll try to leave a card for that up here. But anyway, so those considerations are food, noise level, fuel, showers, prices, distance from stops or area, and of course, number 1 consideration is always safety. All right. So those were my truck stop considerations. But today, looking at parking considerations, I want to talk about the 5 least to most important considerations. Number 5, am I doing a split log? Am I splitting my 10 down to an 8 and 2? Number 4, time. What's my time look like? What time is it? That's the bigger one here. What time is it that I'm shutting down for the day? Number 3, what's the noise level of the location I'm planning on shutting down? Number 2, again, area. Where is it in relation to my next stop? Okay, what's the time duration that I'm looking at? And first and foremost, always first and foremost, is it safe? Okay. Now, in looking at those top 5 things, there are 5 top places for parking for me. Okay. Now, some of you who have been driving a little longer may have some different ideas on this. And that's fair. We're all a little different. But these are my top 5 places for parking. Number 5, and this used to be number 1, not so much anymore, but number 5 is Walmart. Okay. Now, there are some Walmarts that I know are good Walmarts to park at, and they're in good shopping center locations where you've got food, you got anything that you could want. But it's number 5 because in general, Walmarts don't allow us trucks to park very many places anymore. Okay. And that is what it is. But Walmart's number 5. Number 4, rest area or parking area. A lot of times rest areas and truck parking areas along the interstates are in perfect places for time jumps, because let's face it, it's all about that time management, right? You've got to manage your time right, and sometimes those rest areas and truck parking areas, they allow you to manage your time in such a way where you'll have the most available time the following day to do what you need to do. Okay. Number 3, a truck stop. Why a truck stop? Well, because I know they have the amenities that I need. Okay. And when it comes to those, all those other considerations, whether it's the split, the time, noise, area, safety, generally a truck stop will come right in where I need it to with most of those things. Number 2, customer. Above all those other places, I would rather park, if possible, at a customer location. The main reason for that is when I get up and make my delivery, I haven't started my clock yet. I haven't had to drive somewhere, to get to my customer. I'm already at my customer. Okay. So my appointment's at 8 a.m. I wake up at 7:30. I start my clock at 8 a.m. when I go check in. That's when my clock starts. Okay. So customer, number 2. My number 1 location, depending on where it fits in those 5 considerations that I mentioned earlier, my number 1 place that I would prefer to park is at home. And I trust that that's true for most of us. Okay, if you're going to be anywhere close to your house, where do you want to park? You want to park at home, and you want to make sure that you try to make sure that fits inside your time scheduling, right? It doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes while you might be going past home, it just does not fit in. That said, sometimes you can do a 2 or 8 at home, do a split log, and you can get that little extra home time to see your spouse, significant other, kids, whoever it is you're wanting to go home and see, okay? Or to just take a nap in your own bed at home. So those are my top 5 places for parking. Now, I have 3 places that I do not park unless there's absolutely no place else to park, okay? Those 3 places are these. I do not park on and off ramps. Okay? Do not park on your on and off ramps. Those are not good parking places, and in most states it's illegal now. Okay? Years ago, a lot of states didn't have laws against it, but it's becoming more and more prevalent that states are making laws against parking on those on and off ramps. Now, you may say, well, I've seen 5 other trucks parking there. I can park there too, right? No, because chances are good, if they're there after a certain hour and a state trooper rolls by, he's going to pull up and he's going to ticket every single one of those trucks, and you don't want to be one of them. Okay? So, that's that. The second place is adult stores. Okay? Now, I did a video before on presenting yourself properly on the road. I'm going to try to drop a card for that right over here. But listen, if a customer is driving down the interstate, let's say an executive from XYZ company that you're going to be delivering at, they see your truck at an adult entertainment place, and they're like, oh, we don't want to do business with people that go to places like that, or with companies that allow their drivers to park in places like that. Fair or not, it is what it is, okay? So it comes down to presenting you and your company in a way that helps you make and keep customers, okay? Being professional. And parking at an adult store does not generally give off the type of thing that you want to tell a customer about you or your company. So, again, I will try to drop a card for that video so you can go back and watch that as well. But the number 1 place that I will not park is roadside on an interstate, okay? I don't care if I run out of clock hours, okay? If I go over my clock by 5, 10, 15 minutes, yeah, it's a hit on me, okay? Yes, I could be fined for that. But ultimately, to me, number 1 is what? Safety. Okay, safety always has to be number 1. Parking along the roadside is not safe, and all you got to do is Google or even do a YouTube search for truck parking accidents or roadside accidents, things like that, and you're going to see some pretty gnarly stuff. So yeah, safety is always first, and roadside is not safe. It's not safe at all, so don't do it. Yeah, so those are my top places and top no-go places. And, again, going back to the considerations, am I doing a split? What's the time? What's the noise level? How far am I from a customer or next stop? And safety. Top 5 considerations, top 5 places for parking, top 3 places not to park. So there you have all of that wrapped up in one video. So until next time, you guys keep that shiny side up, that dirty side down, and we'll catch you on the flip-flop.